channel. If you're new here, welcome, 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 lovelies. So, my name is Brianna. If you are returning, thank you. I really appreciate it. Um, so just a little background on me if you don't know. I am a mother and I'm currently expecting. Um, I'm a nurse, and what you will basically get on my YouTube channel is cooking. I love to cook, hands down. I love to cook. Nursing videos, music, and just lifestyle. So, before I get into this video, how have you guys been doing? Listen, it has been such a struggle. Like, we finna keep it real. We finna keep it 100. Listen, it has been a struggle. And let me tell you why. Just let me tell you why. So, when I was pregnant with my son, y'all, I was 18 years old, okay? Now, I know what you're finna say, but listen, I had already graduated high school, okay? All right? And my birthday is pretty late in the year, so by the time I had him, I was 19. I, getting ready to go to college, and yes, I did go to college, and I had a newborn. Okay, we did that. She did that. Thank you. But anyway, from that point until now, it's like, baby, it's the difference. Like, you can literally see in my eyes. Like, I haven't been up very long, but I'm still tired. If you hear stuff in the background, I'm like sitting in the living room and the door is wide open. So you may hear cars passing by, or if you hear like it sounds like somebody's talking in the background, TJ is actually in his room and he is playing his Xbox game. So other than that, you may hear the fan going, but anyway, yes. So now I am 33, and let me tell y'all, being over 30 and being pregnant is like, ooh, cha. Like, when I was pregnant with Tony, it was easy breezy. Like, I didn't really have any major issues. I was nauseous. I was like sensitive to certain smells, what would make me nauseous, and I just stayed away from those things, and I was like totally fine. And of course, I have to let y'all know, like, with this video, right now I'm further along in my pregnancy, but my pregnancy has been so, like, it ain't been like rough, like bad, but it's been so, it's been limiting me from doing things that I really wanted to do when I wanted to do them. Meaning, like, these videos, for example. Like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do videos and I'm gonna, post them, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. I want to buy this, I want to buy that, I want to get this, I want to get that. But honey, this pregnancy will humble you. It will make you, I know what you thought you was gonna do. I know what plans you thought you was gonna have. I know, what you thought you was gonna get done. But no, honey, it ain't finna happen. It ain't finna happen, because you finna sit your butt right down here and you finna be still, because I'm finna show you what it's finna be by. And that's just what it's been. Like, I had so many plans on doing so many things, and it's like, because of the pregnancy, like, I cannot do them. Like, I've been so tired and just no energy. Like, it's been But anyway, you can see from the title of this video, and excuse me, y'all, but I have my notes because I'm trying to remember back then. Um, that this is story time, pregnancy symptoms, and this is a vlog. So specifically, what I'm going to be talking about is the beginning months of my pregnancy. So for this video, I'm going to go through months 1 to 2. Now, I already have my pregnancy announcement is out. Of course, you guys seen that. And then gender reveal is out, because those are two things that kind of, I was kind of able to put together and just get it out there. Because, like, I don't want to wait too long between videos, and I want you guys to keep watching your girl. And I love your comments and your inputs. And thank you so far. You guys have been so amazing, so great, just with the congratulations. And you know, I post shorts a lot of different foods that I cook and stuff, and you guys are just so supportive, and I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful. As you know, I'm still trying to grow my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on other social media platforms. I'm on Facebook as Brianna Williams, and I'm on Instagram as Nicole B Lovely 27. If you want to join me there as well, because I post stuff there as well often, so just join me there. So yes, this video we're going to talk about story time, y'all, pregnancy symptoms, and again, this is months 1 to 2. I'm going to go over my some of my pregnancy announcement video. Like, I'm gonna go over some little details within that video. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so first I'm gonna talk about family reactions, and I'm gonna go a little deeper into this too on the next vlog. But family reactions, so how did people in my family react to my pregnancy? Child, how did I react to my pregnancy? Okay, but anyways, my family was very excited. Now, my mom, she was like sitting in the living room, okay, and then Babe was like, "Why don't you just go and tell her?" And I'm like, "Don't you want us to tell her?" He was like, "You go tell her, go tell her." So she was just sitting in the living room, like going through papers, and I just came and I sat down, and she was like, "What?" Because I was smiling, like I could not keep no straight face at all. Like, I could not keep no straight face. So she was like, "What's up?" I was like, "I got to tell you something." And then she was like, "What?" I was like, "I'm pregnant. You're going to be a grandmother." And then she was like, "For real?" And I was like, "Yes, girl. Yes, you finna be a grandmother." She was like, "Stop playing." Like, yes, you finna be a grandmother. Now, the first time I told my mama, you know, I was young. So mom was like, she was happy, but she was like, I was getting into a lot of stuff. So mom was like, "Listen, you like, girl, you need to relax, because you doing too much. Like, you got too much going on." Like I told y'all, like, I had graduated high school, you know, everything, and like I was getting ready to go to college, like everything. It was like boom, 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 boom. It was so much stuff happening, which I still end up doing, like I said, but it was like a lot going on. So anyway, this time she was like, "For real?" Because, you know, like, it's been forever. Like, it's been forever. Now, TJ, which is my first son, he is 14. Okay, so it's been 14 years. I have one child. So I only have one child. And yeah, it's been a long time. Like, girl, what are you doing? Like, yes, it has been that long. And so yeah, child. It's been that long. And you know, I'm not like have 3 and 4 kids, and there's nothing wrong with kids, because I love kids and I want more kids. But you know, it's like I feel like, you know, I only have one child. You know, people be like, "You need some more. Like, you only got one. You know, you only got one. You need some more." So I feel like the reactions that I received were really good reactions, because like, it's been forever, and now you finna have another baby. You are growing the family. So, you know, I think people were really happy. Like, my daddy, he was crying. Like, he couldn't believe it. He was crying. Like, you know, and so let me double back to the night I told Babe. Okay, so like, I really was not expecting this, and I'm going a little bit into my pregnancy announcement. I really was not expecting this. When I found out, I was like in total shock. Like, I was in total shock. Now, it had been prophesied to me that I would have another child. But I just, I couldn't like fathom having another child, like at this particular time where I am in my life, and like my relationship status and stuff like that, which is good. It's just, certain little things, sometimes you have certain little things in your relationship that you would like to fix, that you would like to, things to get better. But I just was not like, I'm like, okay, but it probably won't happen right now. I was not thinking, like, okay. And plus everything that was going on right at that time. Now, mind you, let me tell you, we haven't been preventing it, but nothing has happened like since we were like really not, trying to prevent it, like for 2 years. Nothing has happened, like, so I really was not expecting anything to happen, so and like I told you, I wanted more kids. Like that is one of my desires. One, because I only have one child, and two, because I love children and I wanted more children. Like when I was young, I wanted 6 kids. Like, I love kids. I love babies. I love, the idea of growing a family and stuff like that. I love those things. So, yeah, I was in total shock. And I just couldn't believe it. So, so let me tell you what led us up to that point. Initially I had started like, and I don't know if it's TMI for y'all, but we grown, like we're not like children or whatever, but women, we have our menstruals every month or whatever. But for me, mine has always been normal. I've never really had any issues or anything like that, except for one time where I had like a clot, but it was like, I had a cyst as well on my ovaries. So other than that, I never really had any issues. But this particular time, I was bleeding more. And it was around the time where it was time for me to get my checkup. So that's initially what I wanted to, go to the doctor for, and to check if everything was okay, if, my body was really ready, since nothing had been happening. So that's that part. And so I went to the doctor and everything. We talked about everything. We did, I did my checkup and all this and all that. And then she referred me to a specialist. So, I mean, she gave me options, but I asked her recommendation, and she recommended that we go to a specialist. So the specialist was going to, do further testing and see what's going on and everything's okay and yada, yada, yada. So, when you go to a specialist, they do, they test you, they test him, you go through like the HCG testing, blood testing, all that stuff. So come to find out, the specialist was telling me that one of my tubes on the right side is stenosed, meaning like it's narrow and it's not open completely. Like it's, instead of it being like open, right, it's like this. So he was basically telling me like it's going to be really hard to conceive. And this is just the backstory of, because when you go and you view my pregnancy announcement, make sure you go view my pregnancy announcement now. You will see in a clip where I'm like in total shock and I'm like completely, like, I'm like crying. And this is the reason, because God is so good. Like, whose report are you going to believe? Right? Whose report are you going to believe? Because at the end of the day, like, the doctors were saying one thing, and I'm gonna get further into that. But what is God saying? God has the final say on everything. So, like, okay, so we did a couple tests and all that. We did the whole process, and nothing was happening. But we didn't feel like, and when I say we, I'm talking me and babe, we did not feel like this particular doctor really put his all into knowing, like, okay, what is really wrong. It was just like, okay, we did the basic testing, and this is your options, and boom, boom, boom. Okay, so he had been saying, okay, we should switch doctors and everything like that. And I'm like, do you, because, like, when you switch doctors, they will get your paperwork from the previous doctor, and then they will go from there. They may even want to start, depending on how long it is, they might even want to start the process over. Like, they might want to, okay, where are your levels now? What is your body looking like now? You see what I'm saying? So, and that's something that I just didn't want to do, but finally we end up doing it. And I'm trying to make a long story short, But it's just so much information. Like I told y'all, like, I had been wanting to put these videos out, but I couldn't because of the pregnancy, like the way it had me. So I kind of have to clump everything together, because, like, y'all, like, wouldn't believe, like, I'm far in my pregnancy. Like, I'm very far in my pregnancy now. But yeah, so we end up going to another doctor, and we only end up doing the initial assessment with her, because I ended up pregnant. But we went to another doctor, and she basically told me, like, whatever you've been doing at this point, I would just stop. Like at this point, it wouldn't, like, you know it wouldn't, like, kind of make sense to kind of, continue. And it's not, don't take it as a bad, don't take it as in a bad way. And I don't take it as necessarily in a bad way, because she was not rude with it or anything like that. She was just telling us, like, okay, you've tried, you've done these things, and nothing has happened. So right now, basically, I would just, you can continue to try, like, naturally or whatever, but I wouldn't, like, do anything outside of that, basically, because there's, like, no point. And then she was like, usually, she didn't say, like, this is what it is. She said, usually, with your tubes, once they're, like, damaged or scar tissue, because that's another thing he told me. He said my right tube was not only stenosed, but it was damaged, like, from scar tissue, And she was like, usually when your tube is damaged, and from scar tissue and stuff like that, they typically don't get better, over time. How something is, it kind of goes bad over time and gets worse and worse, but it's over time. It's not like right then and there. That's basically what she was explaining to us. However, when we got in the car and left that appointment, I looked at babe and I said, babe, I said, I'm not finna give up. Like, I'm not finna stop doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are so many, like, let me let y'all understand something. Like, one thing that I've learned is the older that you get, for some, not everybody, but the older that you get, the harder it tends to be. Like, like, with my son, no problem. None. But with this baby, it took some time. And as you get older, your bodies change. Things are not like, you're not a young spring chicken anymore. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take effort. Sometimes it takes other things to help you conceive. And that's something that probably really should be talked about more. And that like in the female community, like is something that needs to be discussed. We need to know this. We need to learn this, you know. And I think it's very important. So I told him that, and I'm like, mm-mm. And I thank God he put it on my mind to go and to really just go with my heart and go with, you know, what, you know, I felt like, you know, was going to help me. Because one thing I always tell my patients is we know our bodies best than the doctor. This is my body. I know my body better than you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I can tell you what's wrong. The only way you're gonna like know something is up is if I tell you, or if I present with something, you know. And then of course there's always questions like, okay, how long has this happened? How long, you know, blah blah blah, you know. And I have to tell you those things so you can figure out or try to figure out what's going on. Try to give me a diagnosis. So I actually went on Amazon and I ordered this product, and it was which I had done a lot of research, but I feel like this is what helped. First and foremost, you know, God did it, but I thank God he put it on my mind to actually do research. And I brought this product from Amazon, and it caters to like damage and scar tissue and stuff like that. So it helps to like cleanse your tubes and stuff like that to, you know, get rid of that scar tissue, you know. And I had tried this product before, however I was not consistent. But this particular month prior, I was very consistent for 30 days. And after those 30 days, honey, let me tell y'all, okay? So I was laying in the bed, and this particular night I was laying in the bed, and I have 2 apps on my phone where I track my menstruals or whatever. And my cycle was supposed to start. So this was a Sunday night. My cycle from one app was supposed to start Saturday. It didn't come on Saturday. And then my other app, my cycle was supposed to start that Monday. So either my cycle was late or it hadn't come yet. But this was Sunday night. But I was laying in the bed and I just got this pain in my stomach. And I'm like, oh, my stomach hurt so bad. Like, it was painful. Like, I felt like I think I had on shorts or pants or something. And I felt like they were pressing, like, up against my stomach, causing pressure. And it was hurting. So I got up to use the bathroom. And I was like, well, I'm going to just test because, I mean, it's going to be negative anyway. I'm going to just go ahead and test, child. I'm just going, just because, you know, whatever. And I tested, set the test on the counter, waited, then I looked. I'm like, I'm pregnant? Like, what? And I immediately started crying. Like, I immediately started praising God. Like, I immediately just submitted myself. I was just so, like, I cannot express or explain the feeling I felt when I looked at that test. I honestly could not. And I was just in the state of, like, God, you are so good. Like, you are so good. Like, your word is true. Like, when your word goes out, like, when his word goes out, it will never come back void. Ever. It would never come back void. And this moment just backs up the word of God. Like, it just backs up. Like, all you have to do is just trust him. All you have to do is believe. All you have to do is have patience and trust that his timing is not our timing. And we have to trust that he will do what he said he will do. He will. He will. I'm here to let you know, like, he will do what he said he will do. But the one part about it is he's going to do it when he's ready to do it. Perfect time. Not our time. Not when we want things to be done, but at his perfect time. So that's one thing that we have to realize, and that is the reason behind my tears in my pregnancy announcement. Because, like, when I posted or I showed some people, it's like, you were really crying. Yes, I was really crying because God is so good. Like, he is so good, and he deserves that tear. He deserves that gratefulness. Because, like, he doesn't have to do what he does, but he does it because he loves us. And just when we are about to give up, he reminds us, no. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Because I'm right here with you. I'm right here with you on this journey. I'm right here with you during this time. Like, I'm here. I'm present. Like, you might can't see it. You might don't feel it, but I'm here. And I have your blessing. I have your breakthrough. I have everything that you need right here. Just wait on me. Just trust me. Just believe me. Show me that you believe. You know what I'm saying? And then in due time, I will give it to you. And y'all, I'm telling you, God is amazing. Like, simply amazing. I was just blown away because I was like, you know, God makes the impossible possible. Like, had I listened to the doctors and just gave up, right now I probably would be in debt somewhere, or I'd probably be, you don't know how things work out, like with surgeries or whatever. You don't know how that would have turned out had you to went the other way instead of listening to your heart, listening to God, listening to, the prophetic word. Like, you don't know how that would have turned out. So that is the reason behind my tears, is because God is just good, y'all. I can go deeper with it, but I won't because I have other things to talk to y'all about. So, now, another thing, like, I was considering, and this is another thing that needs to be talked about in families general, in the female community, but especially with my ladies, is we tend to we don't try, but we tend to fault ourselves, or we tend to find something wrong within us. And that's something that I did because I figured, okay, when I had TJ, like, I was young, my body was, it was doing its thing, and I was very slim, and this and this and this, and maybe that's why, but that wasn't the reason. But that's one of the things that popped up in my head, and that I went back and forth about. Like, I was contemplating, like, I seen this article about, like, how weight loss surgery will make you more fertile and all this and all that. Like, I was just, I was like, maybe my weight is the problem, maybe, but it's so many plus size women that gets pregnant nowadays. Like, even when I went and seen the first specialist, he was telling me, like, I can't even, he was like, of course your weight, can kind of contribute. It can contribute. This is what he said. He said it can contribute. He said, but nowadays it's so many women getting pregnant that is, plus size. So that's not anything that's really, really, an issue. But, you know, health-wise, it would be better to cut back. But me, in my mind, it was an issue for me. You see what I'm saying? I was thinking, okay, this is what it is, and da 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 da. And that was just not the case. It wasn't time. You know, I had to let God do it. Why? Because when it happens, I can only say that He did it. That's why. And He would get the glory, not me, because I didn't do it, not the doctors, not medicine, not nothing. It would be Him. He would get the glory. He would get the victory. He would be the one and the reason behind this pregnancy. Okay? So that was the reason. And like, just don't, like, I'm here to encourage you, like, just don't fault yourself. If it hasn't happened yet, don't fault yourself. Don't think something's wrong with you. Like, actually do research. Actually pay attention to your body. You know, get a tracking system. You know, I would not say not see the doctor. Go see the doctor. Get blood work. Get lab work. Get tests done. You know, take everything in consideration. You know, and also pray. You know, all those other things are good, and yeah, they are necessary. I would say go get them done, but make your number one goal prayer. You know, or fasting, or, you know, just increase your faith little by little. I'm not saying that it's easy, but just little by little do that, you know. And just trust the process. Trust that, you know, God is going to come through. If it's in His will, He will come through. Either way, He will come through. It doesn't even matter. If it goes a totally different way, you know, he's in the mix. You know, trust that He is in control of everything. And that's the place that we have to get to. That is you know, something that we got to know, and something that we have to make a part of our lifestyle, is that it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Yeah. You know. And it may take longer, it may not take longer. But, you know, just trust the process and keep God first. So the last thing I'm gonna talk to y'all about, because this vlog has been long, okay? But it's my symptoms that I had. So I told you, like, my stomach was really, really hurting. This was initially when I found out I was pregnant. So now I'm gonna tell you about my symptoms, like months 1 and 2. And then the next vlog, so I'll tell you about months 3 and 4. So months 1 and 2, I was like very bloated and like just kind of really tired. Like, I was so tired, y'all. I was so tired. Like, I couldn't do anything. Like, even at work, I barely can keep my eyes open. I was so tired. Like, to the point where I couldn't do anything. Like, I would sleep and I would wake up, excuse me, y'all, maybe do little things, but I would just go right back to sleep. Like, I was just sleeping, child. I was just a sleeping child. I was just sleep. I couldn't get nothing done. Like, I mean, I'm usually on top of things, like, you know, writing down things that I need to do, bills, going running errands. Even with these videos, like I told y'all, like, I had been wanting to, you know, post videos about different things, you know, lifestyle, anything. You know, my channel is lifestyle, cooking, nursing, and music. And I just couldn't do anything. Like, I was just that tired. And it really took a toll on me. And I noticed like my stomach was like getting very bloated early. And this would be because this would not be my first pregnancy, of course. So the more pregnancies you have, the bigger you become early. So your stomach will start to grow early, you know? And I just felt so bloated, y'all. So that was my like major two signs, month 1 and 2. Month 3 and 4. Month 3 and 4. Hello. We're gonna have to talk about it. We're gonna have to, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about it. Month 3 and 4, honey. Mm. It was a whole hot mess. Okay? It was a hot mess. But that was pretty much it for me, month 1 and 2. We did not really tell anybody. That's why in the next vlog, I'm gonna dive deeper into that as well. The only person that knew was us and my mom. Those were the only people that knew. And if you are mothers or if you've been pregnant before, you know why months 1 and 3 are the critical stage where, you know, you're at high risk for what is it? Miscarriage. Sorry, I was trying to think. But you're at high risk for miscarriage. And for me, too, one of the things that because of my tube, my right tube, the doctor told me that I'm at high risk for ectopic. So I'm at high risk of my egg getting caught in my tube because my tube is so narrow that it could potentially get stuck there and start growing there. And then I'm at an increased risk for a hemorrhage. And so I would be at this increased risk, which is what the doctor told me again, until the egg makes it basically in my womb and implant there. So, and one thing he also told me was that with each pregnancy, that risk is always there for me. So we didn't want to really tell anybody, especially not this early. And there was another thing that we did early because of those reasons. So y'all, that's pretty much it. Like, I know it was a lot. It was, child, we got a little bit of some of everything in this vlog, child. We got some encouragement. Listen, we got some advice, you know. We got some of everything, child. We gave God the praise and everything. We got, listen, to God be the glory. And, you know, I look forward to seeing y'all in the next vlog. Again, make sure y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe to your girl's channel. I love you guys. Thank you for your continued support. Again, you can follow me on all social media platforms. The only platform that I'm not on is TikTok, y'all, because I feel like that is so much to keep up with. Like, I barely can keep up with YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. You talking about adding another social media? Listen, we might get there. We might get there, but not right now. But I'm so happy, y'all, because I'm able to share this with you guys. Comment down below, like, your experiences, how your pregnancies are going, or, you know, if you've run into any speed bumps or anything, or, you know, give other people, you know, encouragement too. You can comment down encouragement, encouraging everybody. Listen, my blog is going to be positivity, okay? It's going to be positivity. We're not doing negativity over here, okay? All right, lovelies, okay? We're not doing that, okay? Just to let you know, any negative comments probably won't get seen because I probably either delete them or hide them. I don't know. It just depends. But that's what we're doing. You know, we're all positive vibes over here. And just know that your story is important to somebody else. Okay? Somebody else can find themselves in your story. They can find, you know, advice or encouragement, something that can like kind of help them go a little further, you know, kind of keep the faith or make it through the next week. You just never really know, you know, what a person is going through. So, you know, that's where we are. And like I said, I thank you guys again for watching my channel. Yeah, I can't believe I'm finally getting this done and out. So, see you guys in the next vlog. Bye, lovely.